What's up, fight fans? You're watching Octagon Control MMA with me. I'm Dan. We're going to be trying something a bit different this week. This is going to be my post-fight analysis show, but I'm going to record my analysis of each fight just after the fight's finished, try and put it all together at the end. So hopefully it's out a bit earlier than it was last week. Okay, so Chase Hooper, Peter Barrett's just finished. What a match, start to finish. I had Hooper to win by stoppage on this one. Fortunately that came through in the end. He got the round 3 heel hook finish. Fantastic display of jiu-jitsu when he was on the ground. But he really struggled on the feet. I mean, they both came out southpaw in round 1. Feeling each other out at the start. Hooper was trying to keep the distance. Barrett, 100% the better striker though. There's nothing to argue with. Barrett's very good on the feet. Hooper's still learning and he will get better. He's only 21 years old, as everyone likes to say. Lots of room for improvement though on the feet. He's striking a little bit sloppy, but again that's from the inexperience. But he's now had 12 fights, I think, so we could be looking at a 60-fight veteran by the time he's 30 from this kid. Right, round 2. He's keeping his hands very low when he was kicking, which is making me very nervous. Like I said, I had a Hooper to win by knockout, sorry, by stoppage. That was at 4-6, so a minus 150. So I was only looking at £2 profit even when he did win. But Barrett was plus 600 for the finish, and at one point I was wishing I'd put my money on that instead. Hooper, in the second round, he tried a couple of Imanari rolls. Didn't quite get what he was looking for. He tried to pull guard one time. Again, playing to his strengths. That's what he's good at. That's where he knows he can win the fight. But it wasn't working in the second round for him. Barrett absolutely destroyed his front leg with his lead leg kicks. Very impressive from Barrett. And I had it 2-0 Barrett going into the third round. Thought Hooper desperately needs a finish here to win this one. And that's what happened in the third round. Barrett landed a big shot early. Chase looked like he was near enough done. Out of nowhere, throws the Imanari roll out. Fantastic display of jiu-jitsu, looked just like Ryan Hall. And I've just seen his post-fight interview with Joe Rogan, and he said he's been training with Ryan Hall, and he looks like a man that's been training with Ryan Hall. Just fantastic jiu-jitsu. I love to see it. I know it's a lot of people prefer striking, but that level of jiu-jitsu is very impressive. And when he was on the ground, he was punching Barrett in the face at will, because Barrett was too scared to try and advance position in case he lost his leg, which eventually he did. Nothing to be ashamed of being heel hooked by Chase Hooper though. Fantastic jiu-jitsu player. I'd love to see him on submission underground. I know we've got one coming up next week. I don't know if he'll make that one, but hopefully next year we'll see him on submission underground against some high-level grapplers. Fantastic performance though. Okay, that's going to wrap me up for this one. So Chase Hooper, third round heel hook. I'm up £2, so yeah, that's great. We're on to the next fight now. Tasha Torres versus Sam Hughes. So you'll see me in about 5 seconds talking about that one. Just a quick note before I go though, for my totals for the night. I put a total of £42.73. That's probably about $60 worth. And my potential profit is 47.30 or something. So a fibre profit, sorry, not a fibre profit, more than double profit if all of my bets come in, and we're off to a fantastic start. So like I say, I'll see you in about 5 seconds, and I'll be talking about Tasha Torres versus Sam Hughes. I've got Tasha Torres in this one just for the win. She's got nine decisions and 1 submission in her win column, so don't expect too many fireworks from this one, but in a few seconds I might be telling you something completely different. Great start to the night though. Let's start as we mean to go on. It's going to be a fantastic night, and I'll see you all in a few seconds. Alright fight fans, you're back with Dan from Octagon Control MMA. Tasha Torres and Sam Hughes just finished. Fantastic performance from Tasha Torres. Probably the best performance I've seen from a woman in the UFC. Now she's third in total wins, total most wins in the strawweight division. I don't think this will improve her ranking at all, with it being a new fighter coming in on short notice. but I think it builds a lot of momentum for her going forward. Unfortunately, I bet for this one to go with distance, for Tasha Torres to win over the distance. That was 4-7, minus 175. I thought that was a very safe bet. Didn't come in for me this time though, so I've lost £3 there. Bit disappointing. If I'd have gone for a stoppage win, that would have been 13-5 plus 260, so I'd have been up a fair bit. But this is only a second ever stoppage win in the UFC, so I think that would have been quite hard to call before the fight. Like I say, great performance, Superman punches all over the place, great combos when she was throwing, good kicks. Sam Hughes, she did well in the clinch. I want to give her something in this one. It was not her night. I hope she gets another chance. It was last minute she came in, she just about had time to make weight, and then she was in the cage. So yeah, hopefully Sam Hughes gets another opportunity. Tasha Torres, I've got a feeling she's got the momentum to go on a run after that. Hopefully Angela Hill gets rebooked. They can get that squared away. She beats Angela Hill. She is right on the cusp of a title run there. So this video a bit quicker than my last one, only a 1 round fight. Just a quick note on Sam Hughes in the corner saying she got poked in the eye. I think she was looking for I'm not saying she didn't get poked. We haven't shown a replay of it yet. I'm still waiting for that. But whether she did or not, I think she was done. She knew she was outclassed. That's nothing to be ashamed of at all. It's her first time in the UFC on short notice. She'll come back bigger and stronger. Alright, so I've lost £3 on this one, as I went for the decision win, not the stoppage win. So I'm now down £1 on the night, but we will carry on. And on to the next fight. We've got Billy Quarantillo versus Gavin Tucker. I've gone for Quarantillo by stoppage this one, plus 250. Not massively confident on this, but it's going to be an entertaining fight either way. So I'll be back in a few seconds for that one. Alright, fight fans, we're back. Billy Quarantillo and Gavin Tucker's just finished. Pretty clear decision win for Gavin Tucker. Personally, I scored round 1 for Quarantillo, but I'm not too shocked that it went the other way. It was a very close round. That is about the only round that was close though. Round 2, Quarantillo was looking very tired and Tucker just came into his own. Very good performance from Tucker. I think that's going to propel him. He'll definitely be fighting someone ranked next. So I'm looking forward to seeing that very much. Another loss for me on this one, unfortunately. I put 197 on Billy Quarantillo to win by stoppage. Obviously that didn't happen. What did happen was a Gavin Tucker decision. That was at 11-4 plus 275. So congratulations if anyone made any money on that one. Yeah, a lot of short, sharp elbows. There was a lot of tie clinching in the centre of the cage, which you don't see a great deal of. I, believe it or not, used to do a bit of Thai boxing back in college, so I was quite into the clinch work just because I didn't have the best gas tank, surprisingly. So throwing elbows and short punches from a clinch. Gavin Tucker looked very good. Billy Quarantillo's best chance to win this one was at the start of the fight. He rocked him early, and if he'd have managed to chase him down, he could have finished it there. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, so we move on. I'm now down 297 on the night, but we still got 7 fights to go. I'm very confident on my next one. I've played it very safe. Rafael Fiziev versus Renato Moicano. I've gone for Rafael Fiziev just to win. Minus 150, 4-6. I'll be looking at a £2 profit. I've put £3 on that. So that comes back and just gets me back on even footing. And then obviously I've got a few more adventurous ones as we get onto the main card a bit later. Yeah, so that was a great fight though. Congratulations to Gavin Tucker. Billy Quarantillo, although he looked gassed, he was in it right till the end. He always looked like he could have got the knockout shot. Unfortunately, he just didn't come round though. So on to the next one. I'll be back in a few seconds and we'll be talking about Rafael Fiziev versus Renato Moicano. Alright, fight fans, Rafael Fiziev and Renato Moicano's just finished. Very impressive first round knockout from Fiziev. He was looking relatively even on the striking, but Fiziev's technique was just much cleaner. He was landing heavier. excuse me, Moicano looked great though, up until he didn't. People may think that was an early stoppage, but if you look back, when he tried to get up after, he fell over. So I think he was out, or at least severely rocked. I don't think Chris Taglioni has got a bit of a record for bad stoppages, but I think that was a reasonable stoppage, to be fair. Yeah, so not a great deal to say about this one. It only lasted a couple of minutes, but great news for me. I'm back on track. I went for the safe one on this one. Went for Fiziev to win at -150. Put £3 on that, so £2 profit. That puts me back up to -97 pence overall. So I'm getting back to even for the night. Next up, we've got Cub Swanson versus Daniel Pineda. I've gone for Cub Swanson on this one, slight underdog. I believe he's plus 150, so 6-4. So hopefully we'll get a good win on this, and I'll go in the green when we head into the main card, where I've gone for all stoppage wins essentially. So I'm hoping for a good few stoppages on the main card. Like I say, Cub Swanson versus Daniel Pineda coming up for you guys in a few seconds. See you soon. Alright fight fans, Cub Swanson, Daniel Pineda's just finished. Massive second round knockout for Cub Swanson in this one. I was very worried about him at the start. His leg got destroyed very early on, and obviously with the leg injuries he's had in the past, that was very concerning for me. Obviously I put money on Cub Swanson to win this one, so that's coming nicely. Profit of £3.75 on this one. Takes me up to £2.78 in the green overall, so that's good going into the main card. It'll be coming up next. That'll be on BT Sport in the UK for me, and obviously on pay-per-view over in America. Okay, this fight, Cub Swanson's hands, I forgot how heavy they were. I mean, he's been out for a while. I watched his Kron Gracie fight the other day just to refresh myself on him, and he wasn't landing anything near as big as he did tonight. Daniel Pineda, great chin on him over the amount he took, but you could tell he was hurt at the end of round one, and I'm surprised Swanson didn't really chase him down and push for a finish at the end of round one. But turns out he didn't need to. Got it in round two, not a problem. Money in the bag. I imagine he'll be getting a performance bonus for that as well, so great for him. One thing I noticed in this was how big Daniel Pineda looked. I'm sure I can't be the only one. I think the commentators mentioned it as well. He looked significantly bigger than Swanson, which surprised me a lot with them both being in the same weight class. When Pineda got Swanson down, Swanson showed great submission defence, but I think he needed the finish when he got it. Obviously, Pineda was hurt going into the second round, but Swanson's leg was very damaged as well, and I get the feeling that Pineda would have recovered if he'd have had some time off from taking big shots. So good for Swanson getting a finish. Like I say, that's where my money was. Small underdog at 5-4. So 5-4. That's plus 125. So just a small underdog. Just a quick one. If you'd have gone for the stoppage win on this one, you would have got plus 450, 9-2. So congratulations for anyone who picked that. I'm sure you're very pleased with yourselves right now. That's going to wrap us up for prelims. You'll see me in a few seconds with first fight on my main card. It'll be Cyril Gane. I've heard it pronounced about 7 different times over the last week. He's fighting Junior Dos Santos. I've gone for Cyril Gane on this one by stoppage. That's at 4-6. Minus 150. Very confident in this one, but I've been surprised once or twice tonight already. So we'll see what happens, and I look forward to seeing you in a few seconds. Alright fight fans, Junior Dos Santos Cyril Gane's just finished. Gane's won this one with a second round knockout. Bit of a win for me. I bet the stoppage for Cyril Gane at 4-6, so I made a £2 profit on this one off my £3 stake. So I'm moving up. I'm on 475 in the green overall so far on the card. But unfortunately, I think this is the last we're going to see of Junior Dos Santos. I think he's getting caught out of this performance. Striking, he couldn't find his range at all. Gane is a longer fighter, despite him being a very similar height. He was keeping him at range with his kicks. JDS was throwing big shots, but they weren't really connecting. Gane was dictating the pace. JDS was definitely in it in the first round. I mean, Gaethje comfortably won it. I don't think anyone would argue that. But JDS wasn't getting battered by any means. Moving on to round 2. JDS continued to struggle to find range. Very worrying looking. And the most striking thing is he's got knocked out 3 times in a row midway through the second round. That's Curtis Blades, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and now Cyril Gaethje have all knocked him out midway through the second round after he's looked reasonable up until that point, which to my mind just says his chin's gone at this point. He's not taken a lot. He missed when he got rocked, pushed up against the fence, and it is it for him, unfortunately. Like I say, I'm happy in the sense that my bet came through on this one, and every part of me wanted to bet on JDS for this because he's very hard not to like, but I mean, unfortunately, I suppose I was right in this one. I think that's the last we'll see of JDS in the UFC. I don't know if he's going to retire. He's not that old. He's only 36, which, as I said in my video earlier this week, surprised me. I thought he was pushing 40. I think that's just because of how long he's been around, especially at heavyweight. 40's not really that old as heavyweights go. So, yeah, big win for Cyril Gaethje. That'll push him up. I assume he'll take JDS's place at number 7. Probably fight someone like Rozenstruik, Alistair Overeem next, and then possibly very close to a title shot after that. So great for him. Great for French MMA in general. He's their biggest fighter at the moment. So, yeah. But if JDS does want to keep going, I'm sure Bellator or PFL, someone like that will want him. And I'd love to see him stay in the UFC, but I'd be very surprised at this point. Alright, we'll just wrap this one up here though. Like I say, I'm happy that I won the bet, but it's not nice. I've been watching JDS since I was about 13, 14, and it's not nice to see how he's performed recently. But God bless him. I hope he does well in the future with whatever he chooses to do. And I'll see you in a couple of seconds with a Kevin Holland-Jacare Souza fight. I've got Kevin Holland by knockout on this one. It's my biggest, longest odds of the night, I should say. 3-1 for the stoppage win for Kevin Holland. So that's plus 300. So if this one comes in the green, then I'm in profit for the night. And the last 3 fights can't change that, so that's all good. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Alright, fight fans, we're back. Kevin Holland's just finished Jacare inside 2 minutes. That's it for me. Kevin Holland's fight of the year, hands down. Even if Figgy wins tonight, I still think Kevin Holland's more impressive. Jacare's a legend, let's not forget that. Excuse me. But Kevin Holland even looked better on the ground. The strikes he was throwing off the bottom, his arms are just so long. It's amazing. Is when he actually got the knockout in the end, how he fought from the bottom, very impressive as well. First round stoppage, Jacare was out cold. I was worried about him for a sec. He looked like he was going to fall off a stool when we got him back up there. What more can I say? Oh yeah, this is what I can say. Plus 300 he was for a stoppage win. Guess who put that on? Me. So I've just won a plus 300. £9 profit there. As always, when you win something big like that, you wish you'd have bet the house on it. But then if you lose, you don't. So, yeah, plus £9 there. That brings me up to... drum roll, please. 475 plus 9. £13.75 overall. So I think I only need 1 win out of the next 3. And then I've definitely come in profit for the full fight. For the full night, sorry. Alright, next fight up, we've got Mackenzie Dern versus, I'm not even going to try and pronounce her name, the Brazilian girl. She's very good at jiu-jitsu as well. Expect a lot of this one on the floor. Then again, with Mackenzie Dern, from a look at it, has been working on her striking with Jason Perillo. So perhaps she'll try and keep it on the feet if she perceives she's got an advantage there. Yeah, I've got Mackenzie Dern to win by stoppage in this one. and I've also got a side bet for the fight not to go the distance, just because I feel like there will be some sort of submission in this one. So yeah, that's going to be up next. I'll see you in a few seconds with results from that one. Take care. Alright, fight fans, Mackenzie Dern versus Janda just finished. Very exciting fight in ways. Lots of striking, which I wasn't expecting. But Mackenzie Dern has recently been training with Jason Perillo, and I think she wanted to show off the striking that she's developed, and it was very impressive, if not a bit wild. She was definitely getting a better striking, and Janda didn't want anything to do with her on the ground. Janda though was getting a few good strikes in, particularly with the knees. She broke Mackenzie Dern's nose in the second round. Very nasty looking break. Dern very well to make it through to the end of the fight. It could have gone either way, to be honest. I mean, I had it for Dern. She definitely won the first round. Janda definitely won the second. The third, probably 60-40 in my mind to Dern. Okay, I lost £6.20 betting on this one, unfortunately. Yeah, I had a £3 on Mackenzie Dern to win by stoppage, and £3.20 for it not to go the distance, so for one of them to win by stoppage, essentially. Yeah, so that puts me at 755 up on the night. Tony Ferguson, Charles Oliveira is coming up next. I've got a lot on this one, quite a few separate bets. I've got Ferguson to win, I've got £5.40 on that. Ferguson to win by stoppage, I've got £3 on that. And not to go the distance, I've got £3.14 on that. So, yeah, what's that? £11.54 overall I've got on this next fight. So, I'm hoping for a Tony Ferguson stoppage, and I'll be coming in with some big money if that's the case. If not, I could be looking in trouble for the rest of the night. But I'm having fun. It's been a great night of fights so far. I'll see you in a minute after this Ferguson Oliveira fight's finished, and we'll talk about that one then. Alright, fight fans. Tony Ferguson and Charles Oliveira's just finished. I don't even know what to say about this one. It was painful to watch. Tony Ferguson just didn't look like he was there at all. I mean, very dominant performance from Oliveira. I don't want to take anything away from him, but that's not the Tony Ferguson we're used to seeing. That's not even the Tony Ferguson that lost to Gaethje. Very disappointed in this one, mainly because I lost a grand total of, if you'll excuse me 1 second, £11.55 on this one. So that was very disappointing. That took me down to minus 385 overall. So again, I'm really hoping for something big on the main event here. But Tony Ferguson, it looked like he got his arm broke at the end of the first round. He spent the next 2 rounds defending submissions. I mean, he did well to make the distance, but it wasn't comfortable to watch. It's not what anyone expected. I mean, if anyone went for Oliveira for the decision, that was 5-1 plus 500. So congratulations there, you've done yourself a good bit of money. But yeah, that was dicey to say the least. I just don't have much to say about it really. It was not what I expected, not what I thought we'd see, and yeah, that's all I can really say. Right, we'll talk about Figueiredo versus Moreno. I think that's about to start in about 5 minutes. So when that's finished, we'll have a quick chat about that, and then we'll be wrapping up for today. Alright, fight fans, the main event's just finished. Absolute barn burner. Unfortunately, I've lost again on this one. I had Figueiredo to win by stoppage. I had £5 on that. It was sorry, what was it at? It's been a long night. At minus 150. The draw, for anyone that's interested, was 80-1. So plus 8,000. So massive congratulations if anyone picked a draw. I don't think many people will be cashing in on that one though. But this was a fantastic fight from start to finish. Personally, I scored it for Figueiredo even with a point deduction. So I had the second round as a draw. I think I had the 5th round for Figueiredo, but 1st and 3rd, and I gave a 4th round to Moreno. So yeah, I had it as a Figueiredo win, but I mean a draw's not unfair necessarily, so I don't mind that. Main thing that impressed me in this one was Brandon Moreno's chin. We all know Figueiredo's knockdown rate, how dominant he knocked Joe Benavidez down 3 times. He's very good on the knockdowns, very heavy hands, and yeah, but definitely fight of the night, no question there at all. So, yeah, great fight though. If anyone missed it, you really missed out. I'm sure some will be up in the next day or two so you can watch a replay. But honestly, just a fantastic fight. One of the fights of the year without a doubt. Like I say, disappointed that I didn't get the win on this one. But you do what you can do. Alright, so my final results on my betting tonight. Not very good. Minus £8.85. Yeah, minus £8.85. I was doing very well up until the last 3 fights. I got some good wins on the undercard, and Kevin Holland came through on a big one for me at plus 300, 3-1. So that was good, but then Mackenzie Dern let me down. Ferguson, obviously, over £10 I lost there, and then a 5 on Figueiredo as well. So it started off with 42.75, lost £8.85. I can't tell you the numbers on my head, but it'll be up on the screen now with what I've come out with. But you know what? It's less than a tenner. I didn't have to pay for a pay-per-view because I live in England, and the last 5 hours of fights have been incredible. I mean, we had one decision on the prelims. Apart from that, though, it's been non-stop action, and even that decision was good. And although the title fight went to a decision, it was a draw, a bit lukewarm. I don't think anyone could argue that wasn't a fantastic fight. So, fight fans, it's been a long night for me, and I get this edited, get it uploaded, and I'm going to get to sleep. Hope everyone has a great day. Later on today, I'll be uploading a video about who I think is going to get cut in this 16-man cut we're talking about. I'm just going to go through big names. I'm going to try and do one big name from each of the men's division, talk a little bit about them, and see if anyone else might want them, sort of thing. So yeah, thanks for watching if you've got them this far. There'll be a link to the playlist of all the pre-fight breakdowns I did if anyone wants to go back and watch them. But if not, I hope everyone has a great day. Please like and subscribe. My Instagram's up on the screen. And take care.